A lot of people ask me, why am I squatting every day for 100 days? That sounds crazy. You got people on both ends, extremely. People that think it's great and it's something to do, something to cheer on. Then you got people that think it's dumb, something stupid, something that you shouldn't be doing, something that's going to get you injured or burned out or hurt. Right? Those people, I understand why they see it that way, and I understand why they think that, because people have misconceptions not only of what I'm doing, also they have misconceptions of how things work. Just like I got the dieting video, top 10 misconceptions about weight loss, by me, repping Time Fitness, who lost 130 something pounds, who's 42 years old, with a six pack, and I eat things that people don't think I should eat, because they hold on, bear with me. They listen to what's normal. And what's normal, people think that you can't make a mistake. That's why I edited that out. Human. I'm trying to teach you, this is, alright, it was a movie back in the days, Batman Begins, right? Ra's al Ghul told Bruce Wayne, Batman, that it wasn't his fault what happened to his parents while they was training, right? And he had to get him mad, right? He said it was your father's fault. He was like, that's not my father's fault. The guy had a blicky. He was like, still, you could have handled that. Yeah, but I'm trained and this and that and the third. Your father lacked the will to act. The will to take action. All right? Most people lack the will to take action. And I'm going to just keep it real. This might sound controversial, but I'm going to keep it 100. Like I'm going for 100 days on the squat, I'm going to keep it 100. I lost 130 something pounds. Why? Because I had the will to act. How much do I weigh now? I weigh like 175. I build muscle, so some of that muscle is weight, right? So I went from 275 to like 145. I'm not gonna stay at 145, all right? So the lightest I weighed was 145. I don't want to be 145, right? So all in all, overall, from my biggest to my lowest, that's what I'm counting. I'm talking about my biggest to now. My biggest to now is still 100 pounds. Still 100 pounds. I got 30 more pounds of solid muscle than my lowest weight. That's also from the will to take action. I don't want to be bony. I took action, all right? Nutrition and exercise. But why am you not answering the question, Repetine? Why are you squatting 100 days? Because it was my fault. I took accountability. It's my fault that I lost my squat because I wasn't taking action. I literally was not taking action on my squat. I was not squatting. So you use it or lose it. So now I gotta bring it back. And to get extreme results takes what? Extreme actions. I'm not recommending this for everybody. This ain't for everybody. All right. And some people understand exactly what I'm doing, whether they've done this or something similar or not. They can listen and understand. They watch the full videos of my squat every day. They might understand. I'm not doing enough that's going to get me injured. I'm doing enough that's going to stimulate, not annihilate, stimulate the muscles, the central nervous system, the readiness, the confidence under the bar, the breathing, the bracing, the practice, all right? Finding my weak points, fixing them. Things like the list goes on. That's why I'm doing 100 days. It takes repetitiveness. Do I have to be this repetitive and this string? I just did day 86 yesterday. Tonight is going to be day 87. I'm almost there. I'm 14 days from now. All right, so what did I do? I came up with a new plan. It's kind of a new old plan. That's why I titled my last video, My New Old Plan. Which also ties into me taking action on something I didn't take action on. I messed up. About 2-3 weeks ago, probably a month ago now, I had a plan to knock my numbers down, like I just did yesterday. I took action. I did yesterday. I knocked my numbers down back to what I started on day one, 185. I couldn't do 185 for barely one rep. Yesterday I did 185 for about close to 10 reps. Probably could have did more, but I did work. I was tired. That sounded like an excuse. But like I say, I'm not doing enough to burn myself out. I want to keep this thing going. I can't burn myself out and keep this thing going. That doesn't mix. I'm defeating the purpose if I do that. All right. So I did what I could. Boom, boom, boom. And then, so on 185, right? So the next day, which is going to be tonight after work, I'm going to do 20 more pounds. 205. Still easy weight, but I'm going to try to hit around the same reps, give or take. All right, I'm not gonna have a set amount of reps that I'm trying to do. I'm just going with the flow, but just trying to get what reps I can get. I'm auto-regulate, right? So the next day I'm at 20 more pounds, 225. So with me adding 20 pounds, I got 2 weeks left, 14 days. Me adding 20 pounds every day, or trying to, right? I'm not saying I can, but I'm going to definitely try. 20 pounds for 14 days, that is fucking, that is 240 pounds. And I'm not even gonna lie, I had the number and I had to go to my calculator and do it, because it's hard to do this on camera. But just because something is hard to do, just like these 100 days, doesn't mean you don't do it. It's the will to act. It also ties into that, all right? How you gonna get stuff done, all right? So 240 pounds. Can I actually do that? Plus, you gotta think, 185 plus 240. At the end of this, if I can actually do that, that's 465 pounds. Can I squat 465 pounds within these 100 days? It is far-fetched and damn near impossible. I'm gonna tell you that. It is damn near impossible. But if you want to be good at this, you're supposed to be setting the bar high and doing things that's damn near impossible. That's how greats do. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Bruce Lee, Mike Tyson in his prime. You can think of anybody. They was doing things that was damn near impossible. Superhuman elites. But what's the difference between me and you? What's the difference between me and them? What's the difference between you and me? The will to act. All right? So, the heaviest I've done on squat within these 100 days was only like 315 or slightly above. Even though I knew I could do more. So what am I doing? When I'm taking the weight off and then rebuilding it back, going all the way from 185 back on up, it's gonna unfry my central nervous system. Not saying my central nervous system is fried, but it's gonna give me recovery somewhat while I'm still going, all right? So it's gonna give me recovery somewhat while I'm still going, and it's gonna give me more confidence because I'm smashing through weights for reps that within day one I can only do 1 rep with. You know what I'm saying? I had to build myself back to 185. I had to build myself back up to 225. 45, 75. 275 was hard to do. Now it's like I could do that for a couple reps. These ain't high weights, but like I say, I'm just starting back. The same thing I did. Okay, I got almost a 600-pound deadlift. A lot of people look at my deadlift and they, whoa, how you do that? That's crazy. They little do they know, I just really started that back not even, 2 years ago. I was doing half of that. Not even 2 years ago. So it took 2 years to get back to five? No, it didn't take 2 years to get to 5. I put other things on the front burner, all right? I maintained my deadlift while I was working on building my back and my biceps and my chest and all that, more bodybuilding style things, right? You did more bodybuilding style things, but you ain't as big as a bodybuilder. Misconceptions. There's a lot of bullshit on the internet that's going to steer your eyes away from what's really real. Somebody who's natural, we're not going to look like Mr. Olympia. We're just going to look better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And people get offended by that. Stop getting offended by things you can also do. what's the difference between me and you? You a human. You gotta have, if there's something you want in life, you gotta have the will to act, or you not getting it. I'm just cut it straight, simple, and plain. You not getting it. I don't care if I wanted to go in the kitchen and get a donut. I don't get up out of there and go to the kitchen and get a donut. I'm not getting a donut, right? It's anything in life, especially if something is hard to do. A lot of people look at somebody who done something that's hard to do, and when that person says anything, they get offended. The fit person, I'm not going to give them a rant about this, but the fit person is always the bad guy. If a person got a six-pack and they say anything about anything, they're wrong and they're being offensive. Oh my gosh. That's like those balloon pop, what's those balloon pop dating shows? A woman can say any, and this is anything. This is not even just that, but it's been going on. But I'm just saying, like, if you watch those, you'll see the difference. Well, exactly what I'm saying. Well, he's short, and this and that and the third. Da, 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 da. If he say, well, you fat, he just judged you on your appearance the same way you judge him on his appearance. He's wrong for that somehow, some way. I don't get it. So, fit people, we can't even teach fitness. People, you can't say that. You can't say that. I gotta count my calories. Oh. Alright, so the same thing in the gym. These people who say things about me and what they do, when they do go to the gym, chatty patty. I'm telling you, the will to act. Okay, you had the will to act enough to get up and go to the gym. I like that. But why for years? I've seen people literally do this for years. Go in there and do absolutely nothing. They talk at the desk to the staff. Staff don't care, they getting paid. They hire a trainer and they just talk to the trainer. The trainer don't care, they getting paid. They'll let you think you're doing the right thing. I'm telling you right now, if you're not doing said thing, you're not getting said results. And if you're doing too much of said thing, then you will actually burn yourself out. I'm not doing too much of said thing. Do too much of said thing, yes, you can get either injured, burned out, you give up, you lose motivation. You think put in so much work, you don't see the results that you think you should have been seeing, and you know what I'm saying? It's discouraging. The list goes on with that. But knowing I know what's gonna happen with this, and I trust the process. I've done it before. All right, that's how I had a 400 and something pound squat before. So this isn't me building up to a 400 pound squat. This is me building back to a 400 and something pound squat, y'all, and beyond. My deadlift is heavier than when I first started. When I did give up, when I thought I was at my peak. My bench press pound for pound is better, even though I didn't do the exact poundages that I did, but I weigh a lot less. So my body weight that I'm lifting, the weight that I'm lifting compared to my body weight is better than it was ever before. And it's only getting better because I got plans for the bench, I got plans for the deadlift, I got plans for the squat, and I'm going to do as much as I can each day towards those goals. All right, even on my days off, I'm thinking, I'm planning, I'm writing things down. You got to eat, sleep, live, whatever your goal is, because people going to tell you you're doing too much. Always look at the people that's telling you you're doing too much, though. Because everybody that I personally know that's telling me that I'm doing too much, they ain't doing enough. Most of them ain't even doing nothing. Why would I listen to you? Oh my God. Let's get into this bag. Why would I listen to you when you're not even doing? I'm not gonna stop and I say, oh, should I step on my shoes and give them to you? It's my car and my house. You can live in that too. No. Everybody think you should stop doing when you're doing. They don't stop other people. They only stop whoever they think is way ahead of them. So what you need to do is don't even do it. Or they get in front of you and start a whole conversation. They all say the same thing. Oh, I ain't trying to hold you up. You clearly try to hold me up, bro. You better get the fuck out of my way before you get rolled over. I'm not playing. Alright, Some people think you're being mean in the gym. No, it's only so much you can take. Stop it. Get some help. Go work out. Go talk to the other people. This ain't a video about talking in the gym, but it turned into one kind of, but I'm going to turn it back. Talk to other people in the gym. There's 95 people. If there's 100 people in the gym, there's 5 people trying to work out. The other 95 is trying to talk to the people that's trying to work out, and they're not trying to learn from the people. They're not even asking fitness questions. They're just talking about, is it raining outside? All right, let's get back to the squats, all right? I'm also making sure my squats count. I'm not doing those half reps. I'm making sure I go like this. You can't see me. Why? Because I'm hitting squat depth. My depth, you go down. It's a squat. Why I don't understand that? All right, so I don't understand. What's not understand? Learn to lift. If you're A1 day one beginner, I don't recommend this, and I really don't recommend pushing any lift if you're a beginner. Learn how to do the lift properly with lighter weight before you start slowly adding weight. That's another thing I'm doing. I'm slowly adding. I've been lifting for a decade, and I'm slowly adding weight. It's not all about being beast mode. It's not all about being He-Man or Gargoyles or X-Men or something. It's not about being Goku and Vegeta and shit. All right? Even they know when they're training, and that's a cartoon figure. They know to scale it back sometimes. All for the greater good. All for the triumphant moment when I get on that powerlifting stage. Yeah, and I plan to. I used to say I want to get on a bodybuilding stage, like not a bodybuilding stage, but like a men's physique, competing against people on my level. You know what I'm saying, give or take. And people talk about when you're competing, you gotta remember, I'm talking about competing people on my level, give or take. You know, but I want to level up first so I can compete on people on a higher level than where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people look at the biggest guys. You can't do that. I'm not talking about Mr. Olympia. All right, I wasn't gonna, but I don't want to bodybuild. I don't want to be on stage and draws. People point out every point in your body. That's not me. That's kind of weird. All right, I do want to build my body as much as possible. That's kind of weird. I'd rather compete with powerlifting. Powerlifting is different than bodybuilding, right? Powerlifting and bodybuilding, they're both showing off, but bodybuilding is showing off your body. Powerlifting, you're showing off how much you can lift. Yes, you have to lift to do bodybuilding, but they're not lifting on stage. They're on stage flexing, and it's a beauty pageant where this is a show of strength. All right, so I'd rather do a show of strength. All right, so it is what it is. Like what you like. Do what you do, find your own path. I'm not saying you gotta believe in the things I believe in. I ain't saying you gotta do what I gotta do. Your life is your journey and my life is my journey. I'm gonna do me regardless. Anybody will tell me nothing. Every time you tell, I don't like telling people my plans, because every time you tell people your plan, guess what they do? They try to change your plan even though they don't even have a plan, or they do got a plan and they ain't even took the first step. Or they took the first step and it was too hard and they gave up. And a lot of times it ain't their fault. It's because they do two things. They bite off more than they can chew. They hit the ground running 0 to 100 real quick and they burn out. Or they just don't do enough. They don't listen to the right people. You know, with dieting, you cut out your cravings, you cut out your calories, cut your calories in half, you're not gonna last. All right, baby step. You're skipping scenes, man. Stick to the script, bro. Watch these other videos. Top 10 misconceptions about weight loss, and my New Year's playlist. No, it's not New Year's. It doesn't matter. The information is still good. But it's the best. I use that playlist a lot because it's the best weight loss playlist on the internet. Give it a try and tell me why. Everybody, no, how you know you didn't even click? Boy.